Okay, so let's best of, worst of.
Oh goodness!
Get my list.
While we're doing that, let me. While
I'll
you're
sit in
getting
the
your
back
list.
ominously. But
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to be in the video, but I sure as hell. I'm not going to be in the video technically, but I'm definitely just going to sit here.
So you're like the
Nice,
elf on the
nice.
shelf in this video.
I'm going to be drinking tea and eating Sour Patch Kids, and all y'all going to deal with it.
Okay, so
Not okay.
once again, although this is our first time just putting it up on YouTube, we are, since it is 2019 now, we are going to talk about our favorite, least favorite, and other of 2018 movie-wise. That was almost a sentence.
Almost.
So,
Good try.
so
Didn't
let's
we
talk.
do this last year?
We
Yeah.
did, but we didn't put it up on YouTube for some reason. I'm not sure
'cause
why.
We are dumb.
That might be it.
Nah.
That might be it. Okay, so I'll go first because, you know, I'm a
We
self-centered piece of shit. So
We go in order of joining.
we do. So let's run through best of the year first. So
Oh, I'm curious.
for me, best of the year, top 5, number 5, Batman Ninja. And it says something about the year that this was only number 5 because Batman Ninja is amazing.
It is.
It is this trippy, bizarre, beautiful experience
Yeah.
that is just ceaselessly amazing.
The more I look back on it, the more I try to remember that movie, the more I like of it.
Right?
It's like, oh yeah, they had that really weird art piece when the Joker and Harley Quinn were like brainwashing themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
everything else.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
almost like Bill Plimpton-esque.
Yeah.
Great film. Number 4, Accident Man.
Yes.
oh fuck.
Scott
Yeah, I'm gonna
Adkins
put that on my list.
in an action comedy that's violent, hilarious, and just a great show of skill.
Some great dialogue.
Yeah.
Did I miss that week?
You might have. You should try to
think
catch up with that
You would
film.
remember that movie.
Yeah, because I looked, I'm like, that sounds familiar, and then I was looking into it, I'm like, I don't remember. So I think I missed that. I gotta go back for that.
Accident Man is one of the movies that made me even more excited about Triple Threat.
Yeah.
Because it was that and one that didn't quite make my lists this year, but was still really good. What was it The Debt Collector?
Yeah, that didn't quite make my lists, but I'm thinking
It was
I might
fun.
put
It was
on.
good. It was good. Number 3, Ranga Stalam, starring Ram Charan. The second Ram Charan film I've seen that I've liked. I am so glad he finally got another good movie, and this was really good. Like, great drama, great action, just this incredible, wacky role for him to play, but with the serious side.
I missed it.
It's so good. I mean,
It's really good.
it's the best movie that director has ever touched as far as I'm concerned. It's better than it had any cause to be. I really like that one.
You know,
I'm trying to remember which one that was.
Deaf Brother.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was great!
Yeah, it
right?
was.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize it by name, but like the moment I looked, I'm like, oh yeah!
That's why I was all like, where did I put my notes? I was just like, I know I saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah. Number 2, Battle Drone.
Mm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
talk about movies that are better than they have any reason to be.
Yep.
That's
It's just-
like
Yeah,
the
it's
best
this.
example.
Yeah, this cheap, low-budget action film with like a weird premise and very cheesy CGI effects, and it is just so much fun. The
It is.
characters, the action, the humor, the violence, it's great. Number 1, though, has to be The Night Comes for Us.
Yes.
Just this beautiful, just artfully choreographed wallow through a sea of gore.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
I love that movie more than anything else that came out last year.
We watched it. I went home. I said, Gil, are you planning on sleeping tonight? He said, no. I said, okay, we're watching this movie. And I immediately watched it again.
The same day?
Yes. Well,
No.
not anymore, but
Mhm.
I hadn't slept yet.
Oh, okay. So later
the
on
same
that
sleep.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
it's just a masterpiece. Now I'm going to also have a list here for the best of the podcast year. That's
Oh.
just stuff I saw for the podcast this year, well, last year, but it didn't necessarily come out last year. So number 5, Kamen Rider Forza and Ooze Movie War.
Oh man.
It was just fun. Just the whole thing with the Kamen Rider Forza's girlfriend, who's like an alien slime, is
that
just
one.
so adorable.
Yeah, that one was good.
The action's great. It's just a fun movie. Number 4, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Who knew?
I tried telling you.
Tom knew. Nobody else knew.
I knew nothing.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Go figure. It's a shame it lost shitloads of money, because I'd really like a sequel, but yeah. I'm glad that movie exists.
Me too.
It's Luc Besson's second best movie. Number 3, Cocktail, starring VJ. Again, just a lot of fun, really dark moments, intense story, goofy comedy, great musical numbers. It's just a fun movie. I unfortunately bought like the censored version, so I'm gonna have to track down like a real cut of the movie, but even in that version, one of my favorites that I saw last year. Number 2, Best Fiends, Volume 1. Technically came out in 2017, but we didn't catch it until 2018.
Right.
And it's just such a...
It's so fun.
It really
Gem.
is. It shouldn't be fun, it shouldn't be good, but it just is. Like,
I think what really added to that was how we had to watch it.
oh god, yeah, we went to this theater,
It wasn't
which
a
is
theater.
a modified courtroom.
Yeah.
With chairs just set up. Like, the back row is like office chairs. It was a great environment.
Yeah.
And they just project it onto the wall.
We had to
Yeah.
go to a different state to see it.
But it was it was probably the closest theater to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, just
Theater.
normally I hate when like people who are in so bad it's good movies make another movie where they like acknowledge that the last one was goofy and like do in jokes, but this one did it so well, strangely, and they cast everybody in roles that they fit. So all of a sudden Tommy Wiseau, he's kind of a good actor just because he's playing a Tommy Wiseau-esque weirdo.
Yes.
So much fun. I really, really want to see part 2.
Same.
Yeah, all of us have been dying to see it.
Yeah. And number 1 for the podcast year was Extraordinary Mission, which is just
Oh,
a
yes.
great Hong Kong action picture.
Yep.
Just the car chases and the shootouts and the fight scenes, it's just pure clockwork perfection, action-wise.
Yeah, that's the guy who was like trying to take out the triad from the
Yep.
inside.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just really good. Interesting that those last 2 were the same week.
Yeah, that was a good week.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
missed that week.
Shay, you're up. Best of the year?
Okay. Mine's not just ones that came out that year. It's
It was also ones that we saw for the podcast,
just,
right?
it's just whatever the hell I saw, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. Which was pretty much all stuff from the podcast. So these were kind of hard to number. Some numbers, for the most part, are kind of just loosely there. For me, because there's too many movies I liked, number 9 is going to be Kati, which you summed it up. It's fun, it's dark, it's just well done.
Yeah.
2.0,
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
Because-
That almost
Holy
made my
fuck.
list, but,
yeah, I mean,
there was so much good stuff this
Yes.
year.
yeah, 2.0 is just one of those things where it keeps getting more insane than you expect it to, and then that just continues and continues and continues, and then it actually starts getting insane. I had
And then it got weird.
Yeah.
and then even more insane.
Yeah.
So, I loved it. Number 7 is Kamen Rider Force, and is it
Ooze?
Ooze?
They pronounce it ooze. It's supposed to be O's.
Okay, well, Ooze. That is an energetic movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's a Kamen Rider,
I forgot all about it.
It happens.
There's too much good stuff that we saw.
Mhm.
Number 6 for me is Battle Drone.
Battle Drone.
Great one.
Yeah, just there's no reason it should be what it is, and it is, and I'm okay with that. Number 5 is Valerian, which I hate the fact that this ended up on my list, because I was like 2 years of me being like, Tom, you're a piece of shit for even thinking about liking that trailer. I hate you. And we walk out of the movie, and I'm like, okay, no, I guess you're God.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Wow. High praise.
I really, really liked that movie, and
Yeah.
I was not ready for it, which it was conflicting for me. Number 4 is Batman Ninja, which I did not see for the podcast.
Oh yeah,
but
we
I
caught
did
up on that one.
see it, and oh my god. Much like 2.0, it doesn't stop.
It does
Doesn't
not.
stop. Ever. Number 3 is Best Fiends. How could it not be?
Yeah.
Number 2 is Accident Man, because how could it not be? And number 1 is just a given. The Night Comes for Us. Perfect. It's engineered for me to love. It is fucked up, everyone dies, and it's gory, and it's fighty, and yeah. I love it. And somewhere, I don't know where to number it, Dr. Strangelove.
Yes.
Great film.
Yeah, that is just very unique and well done, and it was my first time seeing it, and I love it, and I don't know how to compare it to anything else on my list, you know? It's its own thing.
It's of a totally different genre, too.
Yeah.
I think you meant caliber.
Yeah,
Oh, that
me
too.
I mean, like 80% of what I picked is just straight action.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Like 100% on my list.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from Best Fiends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Alright.
you're up. What's
now I
your
have a
top?
3-way tie for 5.
Okay.
Okay, part 5 is a tie between Batman Ninja, Kati, and Kamen Rider X Kamen Rider Forza News. Because
All
I
really
love
fun
all of
movies.
those movies.
Yeah.
And they're so much fun, and they're so weird. And that's why I love them. Okay, number 4 would be Battle Drone.
Really good one.
That one surprised the hell out of all of us by being really good. Great script, great acting, great martial arts. Lots of weird shit happening and gore, and it was just good. Then Accident Man, obviously. What did I say during our review of that? Oh, yes. I love Scott Adkins' Passion Project. Where's the sequel, Scott? Come on. Where is it?
You're slacking, dude.
Yeah.
Slacking Scott Adkins.
Yeah, right.
No.
You're like a sinner just for saying that.
And then The Night Comes for Us, which was just non-stop
feel like I
fucked
missed
up
something here.
awesomeness.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Watch that shit.
Yeah.
Watch that shit.
You
Not
like
even
the
a
raid,
request.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, watch
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
And of course, number 1 for me is Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets. That was just
That was actually kind of just made for you, wasn't
yes.
Yep. Yeah.
It had everything: cute critters, cool martial arts, awesome heroes.
That's
Yeah.
all you need.
Tied up, what's his name?
it? If that's what you're into, yeah. All right, Tom, I guess it's your list.
Alright, I didn't number these. These are just like stream of consciousness.
Hey.
Alright.
You've got like 25.
Yeah, it's a long list.
It's like 14.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh my
okay.
God. A
What
top
do you got?
14.
Alright.
What's your top 14?
Alright, we got. Alright, these aren't in order because, like I said, these are just how I remember. Christopher Robin. It was really good. I took my little sister to see it and she loved it.
Cool.
Okay.
Deadpool 2. Went to see it with my dad and my brother. We had a great guys' night. It was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't hate that one actually, which surprised me.
Yeah.
I didn't
Domino's the
watch it.
best.
Domino's
Domino was great. Black
Yeah.
Panther. Way better than Infinity War, which is
Oh, yeah, we
on
saw
my
that.
bad list.
Yeah, it
But
definitely
I didn't
was
see it
better
for the
than
podcast. I
Infinity
saw it on
War.
my own.
Oh, okay.
Aquaman, which I technically saw in 2018 first.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm counting it. I liked it. It was good. Batman Ninja, obviously. Django.
Django's a good movie.
A lot of the westerns ended up on here.
Django.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my next one is Fistful of Dollars.
Great
I missed
film.
that one.
Valerian, which I told you guys would be good. Punisher Warzone I hadn't seen until this last year.
Okay.
So, there's that. He Never Died, also. I finally caught up on.
Oh,
finally
yeah,
caught
I
up
missed
on
that
that.
one the
That's
first
right.
time.
Great.
Yep.
It's an interesting film.
Good, Bad, and the Ugly, because obviously.
Classic, absolute classic.
Young Guns, because I just enjoy that one.
Surprisingly really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Unforgiven, because I just love, Clint Eastwood. And Accident Man.
Great film.
Yeah. All right. On movies that are both good.
No, we're not.
Wait,
We're just
not there yet.
We're not there yet.
No.
No.
We will get
Oh.
there though.
Oh, we're doing rounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben.
This
So
isn't how we did it last year.
Yeah,
No.
I figured I'd mix it up.
yeah. So I labeled my 3 as good, bad, and ugly.
Oh.
So we'll go down my good list.
Alright.
I had a honorable mentions that was 3 long, and then hearing this list, I'm like, oh, it's 5 now. So I guess I have a top 10.
Okay.
5 through 10 I didn't number, but Deadpool 2 I liked just because chunky comedy, and Domino's so great.
Oh, she is, yeah.
Django, because I have not stopped singing the theme song since I've seen it.
Who's singing it this morning?
He truly, honestly has not stopped singing it.
Django.
Yes.
And that's all he knows.
Django.
That's all he
Will
knows,
you
and so he'll
ever
just do it all the
Love
time.
again.
When we watched for the podcast, but I've seen a lot more. Actually, no, I saw it way before this year. That shouldn't be on here. It was Blazing Saddles.
It is a great film,
You
though.
picked it for this year.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
I'll count it.
Yeah, it's aged a bit. The middle part can be real slow, but it's fine. Batman Ninja, everyone else liked it. The more I think back about it, the more I'm like, oh yeah, that was good. Extraordinary Mission just missed my list. That was fun. Number 5 on my list, I hadn't seen it all the way through until the podcast, Full Metal Jacket. Because boy is that heavy,
Definite fucking classic.
but is good. Number 4, and I'm going to butcher this, I'm sorry, Ranga Stalam.
Pretty close, yeah.
Nice. That was so good.
Oh, yeah.
And I honestly have a bad memory when it comes to foreign films because the title doesn't ever ring a bell with anything. But the more I looked, I pretty much looked into each one. Like, did I see that? Yes, no. And this one, I just oh no, I recognize that character. Loved it. Didn't even have to remember any of the plot. I'm like, that was great. It stuck out so instantly in my mind. I'm like, yes. 3, Doctor Strangelove, because it's great.
It is.
It's so different, fun. 2, Good, Bad, the Ugly.
Hell yeah.
And 1, the same as pretty much everyone else, except for you who didn't number them. And actually, no,
I
sorry,
didn't
except for
even see
you who haven't even seen it yet. Sorry, The Night Comes for Us.
Yeah.
And even then, some of it, I have to look away. I'm the most squeamish one here, but I can still recognize them. Like, this is great.
It really is.
This is great. No, can't look at.
And every time Ben looks away, we're both just like, yes!
So it's good.
It's very good.
Safety starts with me. Okay, now we're going to hit worst of the year. I'll start. Okay, so I'm going to start first with worst of the actual year. So number 5 is a film called Bhavesh Joshi Superhero. It had a really good trailer, which we watched for our YouTube channel.
I don't know.
And I was like, I really want to see this movie. It looks awesome. It's this gritty, stripped down version of a superhero story with a anti-corruption message. And so the movie comes out, and I hear nothing about it.
That's a bad sign.
Oh, it's a good thing.
So eventually it hits I think Netflix, and I'm like, there are a couple of movies that maybe we should watch. So I ask on our Twitter, just generally, so should we bother watching Bhavesh Joshi Superhero? Yes, no, it's a poll. And overwhelmingly, the result was no. So I did not subject you guys to it.
Thank you.
But I went in and watched it myself because I'm like, it was a really good trailer. There's got to be... No, it is... There's one fight scene in the film. It's near the end, and it's aight. But... Motorcycle. But even
Not mine.
even then, it's like they went really light with the sound effects, which can work. but if it's a mediocre fight to begin with, it's like it just feels soft. And the movie's long and boring, and it's 3 hours long, or it feels like, and it should be 80 minutes and have more fights. It's not great. Okay, number 4 for me for the year, Pacific Rim Uprising.
You were hyped about that one.
I
too.
was hyped because
The trailer was good.
it's directed by the showrunner from like the Spartacus show.
Oh, I love Spartacus.
And season 1 of Daredevil.
Oh, shit.
Really good stuff. But I guess the studio just wouldn't let him make a good movie because, it was bad.
Yep.
It was. I never even saw the first Pacific Rim because I wasn't interested. And now I probably never will because, Jesus, if that came from it. Number 3, a film called Mute, which was direct to Netflix and was unwatchable.
Okay.
Completely unwatchable. Number 2, speaking of unwatchable, but I sat through the whole goddamn thing, The Cloverfield Paradox.
Sorry to hear that.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Because you wanted to tell me where the monsters were?
The answer is the last 2 seconds of the movie.
Son
And
of
that's
a
it.
Bitch.
It's just nonsense. And it has nothing to do with Cloverfield, but we're used to that because that's what they did. I mean, I think, what was that? The
Cloverfield
World
Lane?
War II thing that you saw that was a horror movie?
World War II thing that I saw as a horror movie.
It was like Overlord?
Oh, that.
That was originally
Overlord.
supposed to be a Cloverfield movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't know if they were going to call it Cloverlord or what, but but yeah, after
Christ, that movie's a mess.
after Cloverfield Paradox came out and was just widely hated, they were like, "No, let's not do that."
That genre's dead now.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And number 1 worst movie of last year, mind you, none of these ended up on the podcast, and you guys can thank me for that. Number 1, Puppet Master: The Littlest Reich.
Wait.
That doesn't sound good.
Wait.
Oh no.
Hold on. I love Puppet Master, but what?
Yeah, basically they got just some of the worst people in horror today decided to make a fucking Puppet Master movie, and
Was Charles Band attached at all?
he signed off on it. That's
Oh,
it.
what a fucking shit.
It wasn't even Full Moon, I think.
Oh, what the
Yeah.
How
And
you can have Puppet Master without Full Moon?
here's the thing. The movie is about this schlubby guy whose girlfriend left him, and he... oh, God, the romance in this story is great. Like, he meets a beautiful young woman and basically says hi, and they're dating is basically it. He looks like... Basically, I could play that role that he's playing, and let's be realistic here, okay? Except, not to toot my own horn, but it's not that much of a toot of my own horn. I have more charisma than the man, and this is not to say that I have charisma. So, and like, the movie is just about that, and eventually the fucking Puppet Master puppets show up and kill a couple of people, and then we're back to this fucking dumbass again. It's awful. So, okay, now let's do worst of the podcast year.
Whoa. Were the puppets Nazis this time?
Yeah, they were always Nazis.
No, they weren't.
They were Nazis because they were made to be like a parody of Nazis.
Oh.
Like some of them are literally in SS uniforms.
You're just thinking of Blade.
And Blade is dressed up like Gestapo. Tunneler and Torch are blatantly in Nazi uniforms.
Alright, yeah.
But originally in that, Toulon was supposed to be like a Jewish refugee who had made the puppets to be like, you know, little puppet shows about to hell with the Nazis, let's kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Nazis went to get him, and he used his puppets to kill them. But in this version, yes, Toulon was like an evil Nazi who made puppets that killed people for the Nazis. Yeah, terrible film. Terrible film on every level. Okay, worst of the podcast year. These ones didn't come out this last year, but we watched them on the podcast, and I hated them.
Are so similar for this.
Number 5, We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. Sorry, guys.
Didn't make any of my
It was a
lists.
reference. It's only 5 and not higher because there's enough weirdness that I didn't hate it as much as other
you hated
films.
Louis.
Louis.
I hated Louis.
Oh, I hated Louis too.
Professor Fuck Eyes had his moments, but Louis was just pain.
Now the whole movie is just
Yeah.
right back in my head.
Yeah. Number 4, sorry honey, but Kikaider reboot.
No,
You had every reason to think it could have been good, but it was not. It was
No.
a snooze.
No.
The fight scenes lasted 2 seconds apiece.
That didn't even make my list because it was a snooze.
Yeah, that makes
It was
sense.
so forgettable.
Number 3, the Green Berets. Just John Wayne pointing guns
Guns
at
at
random people's crotches.
I'm sorry.
It was bad. I get it. You were a kid when you saw it. It probably looked better from there, but yeah, that's a bad one. Hilariously bad, but not while you're watching it. Only when you're
No.
discussing it afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 2, Driving Miss Daisy, which I hated on every level.
Oh yeah.
Every goddamn level. I can't even go past that. That's
Why
just
the
what it
fuck
is.
did we watch that?
I think
question.
it was because it occurred to me that it was this movie that used to be the biggest movie in the world.
That's
that,
right.
that all the critics loved, and now everybody's pretending it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's.
And I
that's
wanted
exactly why.
to know why, and now I know why.
Uh-huh.
And number 1, Good Morning Vietnam.
I did it.
You did.
That was number 1.
That was number 1.
How did that beat Green Beret?
I hate because Green Berets was at least funny.
Oh.
Good Morning Vietnam was so not funny. So aggressively unfunny for every second of its runtime.
Didn't make
I'm laughing just because it's accurate, and that's why it makes me laugh. Because so many people
Man.
also like that movie.
Oh god, it's so popular. It's another one that at the time was like the biggest movie that was just universally loved, and it's so fucking bad. The character's hateable, the jokes are shit. I don't get it, man. Alright, you're up. Worst of the year.
Asia.
Okay. Number 5 is Kikaider reboot
Mhm.
because that's a dumb, shitty.
It started out
piece
so
of shit.
promising.
It happens.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but I blame the movie.
Mhm.
I hate that
Yeah.
movie. Number 4 is Green Berets
Mm-hmm.
because
Ham chunk.
see, it's funny whenever you think about it.
Uh-huh.
Watching it is painful on the
Yeah.
soul.
Oh god, George Takei as the camp commander.
I forgot he was in it.
Oh no.
Flashbacks.
Yeah.
The helicopter explosion.
Number 3, I suppose, technically isn't a movie, and we didn't watch it.
What?
But I hate it because it's Wonka.
Oh yeah, the script. Yeah, that was
yeah,
that
hated
almost
that.
made my list, even though it's
No.
not a movie and we did not watch it.
No,
It's so bad.
It's bad, but it's enjoyably bad for me.
Oh, fuck.
It's terrible. That's why it made me laugh because of how
Everything is
ridiculously
wrong.
bad it was.
It
I
was
kept
very
track
bad.
of how many people he killed, and it was like 10,088 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a lot.
it's bad.
Okay, number 2. We're back, a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And I didn't know the joke, the reference
You
behind
didn't?
why
Yeah,
this happened.
yeah.
I was just told to watch this fucking movie, and I go home, and 35 minutes later, I have to pause the movie, walk out of my room, and stare at a wall for 10 minutes. straight. Go, why is this happening? Go back into my room, watch the other half of the movie, and realize that half an hour ago I was happy.
Yeah, that was a pretty good wall. You got to admit.
Yeah, it was a great wall. Much better than
It's the best wall. It's
It's a beautiful wall.
So number 1, Driving Miss Daisy. Fuck that movie.
yeah. Yeah. All right. What about you?
Well, I cut this down to 5.
All right.
Karate Warrior 4.
Understandable. I
have
mean,
no
I got
idea what that is.
I got so we watched
watch
it
that?
with
Yeah.
Italian subtitles,
Oh, that
auto-generated, auto-translated into English.
That one.
So that made it
I
fun
did
for
not like
me, but the movie itself was shit. She's right.
You mean the one with the chick in the fat suit?
Yes.
I did not watch that.
No, not even a full fat suit. Like a gut and hips and nothing else.
Yeah. So one time she fell over and was rolling around the ground. You
And she
could
had
see
a
the edge of her
slim
fat
waist,
suit.
yeah.
Not the edge, like the gap.
Yeah, like
Wow. Okay. Great.
It was offensive.
Yeah.
Grizzly 2, the concert.
I had fun with that, but
Okay.
I completely understand.
I didn't put that under bad.
No, you saw it, didn't you?
I don't think he did.
That
He
could
might
be-
have missed that one.
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't.
The one where we saw the ending 5 times?
Oh, is that the one? No. Is that the one that
We
was
saw
not
some-
finished?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I remember that now.
yeah.
Oh, there it is. That was funny.
Yeah.
That wasn't great.
It was
Why it's in my
not.
poster.
There we go. All right.
Okay, what do we got?
We're back, a dinosaur story.
Yeah, yeah.
I concur.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
I concur.
And, of course, the Green Berets. Now, these are all kind of on the same level of shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, they are bad.
Yeah. Tom, how about you?
Okay, I got 8. They're not in order because just as I remembered them. Slender Man. God awful. I took my dad to see it and he hated it.
You must really hate your dad.
Yeah.
This is probably why he doesn't want to go to the movies anymore and he just stuck to pirating.
Yeah.
Just fuck. Infinity War. I thought it was gonna be okay. It was garbage.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one either.
Sorry, just garbage. Pizza.
Pizza.
That was bad. That was
I
really
did not
boring.
enjoy that one.
That's on
No
the
idea.
extended list.
Yeah.
Monagarum?
Monagaram?
We quit that one.
Monagaram, yeah,
Yeah.
that was. Yeah,
It was just on my bad list because I remember we quit on it.
It
That
lacked
doesn't happen
focus. Let me put it that way.
Oh,
It was
that's the one where they were all the red plaid shirt. It was
Yeah.
3 main characters, and they were all the same.
Yeah, all
Alright,
dressed the same.
Clown, a shitty Netflix horror movie. Terrible. Don't watch it.
Wait. I think I saw that when I
It's
went
the
to
one where
visit
the
Nick.
dude puts on the clown suit and can't get it off, and then he
Yes.
has to start cannibalizing
From the,
children. Horrible.
from the director of the new Spider-Man movie, which is why I have not watched the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, that
Spider-Verse?
just makes me even
Or
more.
no?
No, the one before that.
One before
That
that.
just
Homecoming.
makes me even more
Damn it.
Yeah, it was
curious.
I watched the Doom movie for some reason. Don't.
I actually kind of like that one in a dumb way, but
I
I
liked
understand.
it because The
understand
Rock.
you hating it. I understand you hating it, but
Yeah.
you know.
The Babadook. Because I also watched this for some reason, and gotta get justice for that dog. Like he's the only victim here.
Haven't seen the film. Doesn't look good to me. What do you got?
Terrifier, another shitty, scary clown movie on Netflix.
You told me about that.
Yes,
one.
I did. It's god awful, and
What's up with you and clowns this year?
I was about to say.
and then Gino wrote a joke one on here, and it's called Tommy Does Dallas.
Okay.
All right.
Not my list, but it's on the list, so I had to say it.
No,
You
you
kind of
didn't.
didn't, but Ben, what do you got?
Somebody face
You trying to put it on?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
All right. So my bad's pretty much the same as. Well, no, I've got one up there that's different than anyone else's.
Okay.
Mine was Slender Man.
Number 5, Kakaida reboot.
Mhm.
If I didn't fall asleep through it, I should have. Sorry. Number 4, Green Berets. If I didn't fall asleep through that one, I should have. I could have missed some of the more.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yeah. Number 3, and it's on here because there's about 5 good minutes of this film, and I wanted to bring it up and talk about Rooftops.
Okay.
I can understand that, but I also disagree.
I mean, yeah, it's there because I ran out of spot on the ugly, which is the best of the worst. And also, freedom.
Freedom to travel and to protest.
And I have it on my worst list because I can't fucking find that goddamn song, and I want it so
That's-
bad.
yeah. I've been looking too.
Okay, good. 2 is Pizza, because I love pizza, and I hated that film.
It was bad, yeah.
And 1 is Driving Miss Daisy. And then a special one that I can't even put as bad. It's just Steve El Topo. No.
I can understand that.
No.
I can understand hating it. It's just, By the way,
Can I edit my list and put that one on there?
yeah, go for it. But yeah, by the way, recently the sequel comic, the first volume of that came out, Sons of El Topo.
Oh no! Wait,
You would also
comic?
hate that, yes.
Oh. Okay.
No. Ben, our lists were 60% the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a movie that was my biggest disappointment, but I'm saving that till after the best of both.
Okay. All right, so next up we have what I'm calling the most entertainingly bad, or just best worst. Okay. I only have a list for this for the podcast year, though. Not for the actual year, because I don't think there was enough best worst movies just in 2018. So these are the ones we watched for the podcast that are terrible in a way that delighted me. So, Space Rage. Space Rage was an interesting one. It's a space prison escape western where the hero's just this old dude, and there's a great deal of carnage, nothing makes sense, and it was fun to me. Plus, I don't know, I got a kick out of calling the main character "fuck you," because that's what he says when they ask him his name.
That's okay.
Number 4, Space Warriors 2000, the American redub of the Thai Ultraman film.
Wait, what?
That one was weird.
I did not hear about this.
You
Where-
didn't?
I don't
Oh.
think so.
Where there's the one monster that they skin, and there's big goofy cartoon bones underneath. It's so insane.
They use-
Hanuman is one of the giant monsters who's a good guy.
Sure.
There's a whole sequence that just replays for no reason because they fucked up the edit.
What do they recut a couple of movies into that one?
Yeah, to fill time, yeah.
Wow.
That one was. Did I see that one?
I don't know if you
I
did.
don't know.
No, I know I did.
Yeah. But yeah, that
This
one's
is an Ultraman movie that was I don't know,
Weird.
Yeah,
super
One where
weird.
they're like in a cave at the end or something.
maybe.
I don't think so. Anyway, so number 3, Garuda Superhero, the Indonesian superhero movie that is just broken.
Yeah.
Just broken and stupid and delightful. And
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. I remember that. I didn't remember enough about it to put it on the list.
Fair enough. Number 2, Twin Dragon Encounter, starring identical twin kung fu teachers with big mustaches and small statures and big chips on their shoulders and no understanding of how people live and act. It is a delight, and I love every fucking second of it, even the ones that don't work, because they're the best.
You forgot to mention their incredible issues with women.
Incredible issues with women. It's hard to
it's
tell
so
if they
bad.
actually met women before they cast them for the film.
I don't think so.
Oh, you described the movie perfectly, Steve.
I am eagerly awaiting their next 2 films.
They have 2 more?
Yes.
Yes, they have one that they made, but they're not releasing until their lawsuit against the Canadian government goes through.
Oh my god, I forgot
Because
about
they want a happy ending for their movie, because it's about that.
Oh my god.
And there's another one which I think is just called Mick or something. Which is, I think, just about one of the brothers. I found out about that by emailing him
Oh
because
my
I wanted to
God.
know about the other movie and when it's coming out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And number 1, some might disagree with me, but Rooftops. Dear God, Rooftops is like my new religion. Freedom to travel.
And
The
protest.
bad capoeira.
Oh my god.
Like just everything. The way he keeps putting people in holes.
The
Squeak.
fuck did I miss?
Fucking
Squeak
sweet.
and his
Squeak.
hilarious jacket.
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yes. And his hilarious death scene,
Oh my god.
where it turns out he was named after the last noise he made before he hit the pavement. It is such a movie, and it is an experience, and I love it, and I know it's bad, but it defines me.
Yeah. Again, it's only on my bad list because I ran out of room on my ugly list.
Okay, how about
The
you?
fuck did I miss on that?
Oh my gosh, did you really his rooftops.
Yeah.
You're coming over to my house and watching rooftops. We got it.
You need to do that.
I want to rewatch it, please.
It's it's
So
so
these
great.
are in no order
Okay.
because I don't know how the fuck to put any of these in an order.
Oh, now you're in my boat.
Twin Dragon Encounter.
So great.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can say about it. You got it all.
Oh god, the Billy Butt songs.
Oh no!
God.
Oh.
Rooftops.
Rooftops.
Just, it's delightful.
From the rooftops of New York City. Yeah.
Trained to Kill.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that.
That one was goofy as fuck.
So goofy.
So explodey. Just some actually decent action.
Yeah.
Crazy stunt team. Not very good actors.
No.
Everything I need to love a movie. The Time Guardian.
Oh yeah.
That was a clusterfuck nightmare. I don't need to understand any of it to understand that. I love it. And everyone should watch it immediately. The long-awaited Fist to Fist.
Yes.
And the even longer-awaited Fist to Fist 2.
Mm-hmm.
Those movies are interesting.
Yeah.
They're weird. They are partially the best thing, partially not really movies.
They have no connection to each
No,
other.
absolutely no connection except
Gino
mastermind Gino
Yeah.
Kang, yeah, who is awesome at martial arts, and I really love how one day he was just like, "Hey, I'm awesome at martial arts, and I'm gonna make a movie, even though I don't know what I'm doing with it, and then I'm just gonna keep making movies." And Gino Kang, I appreciate you.
All right. How about you?
Well, I only have 3 on my bad and good list.
Okay.
And then I got 1 on my worst best. Should I just tell you all of them?
Well, I'm gonna do the movies I think are good and bad as a separate thing. So just entertainingly bad is what we're doing now.
Kickboxer Retaliation is the only one I have on that list.
I can understand that one.
And then I have 3 on my other list.
There is so much wackiness in that movie, though.
I don't really remember much of it.
There are like 2 really great long take fight scenes. There's a really good fight scene against a giant dude, shouldn't be good. But also, like, Jean-Claude Van Damme is randomly blind. And
Right?
and there's random like just whipping scenes that
Yeah.
go on forever.
Oh, okay.
And Mike Tyson's in the movie
Mike
for some
Tyson,
reason.
yep.
It's weird.
Okay, some of that's kind of coming back.
Tom, what do you got for entertainingly bad?
Entertainingly bad. All right, I guess I'll go with Grizzly 2: The Concert.
Fair enough, yeah.
Because
there was fun in that.
There was fun in that, and I'm gonna say best friends, however we're saying it, because I really enjoyed it, but I also understand that it's a bad movie.
That's fair. I put it on my good list,
Right.
but I can understand your choice.
Yeah, like I thoroughly enjoyed it, but come on.
Fair enough.
And I guess the other 2, I guess I'll say for the last list.
Okay.
All right. So how are we defining this now? Because
Just things that are entertainingly bad.
Yeah.
entertainingly bad.
So bad it's good.
Yeah, like Room or
Neil Breen.
yeah, or the birds,
Birdemic.
Birdemic.
The
Birds.
Birdemic.
Most
The birds.
okay. So I made this list of it shouldn't work because X, but still does.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like go through it quick of like
I mean, if you don't have any for this list, this is cool. 'Cause-
entertainingly bad. The only one that I would have that I think fits that is the McNamara's first movie.
Oh yeah,
Twin Dragon
Encounter. Yeah.
I didn't see that one. Ah.
You should. It
You
is a
should.
trip.
It's fucking weird.
And then what's the other one? The other is good, bad. What are we saving till the end?
Yeah.
We're going for well, if everybody's done, I'll do my list here of I call this list everything at once. These movies are good, they are bad, they are entertainingly bad. They're all of that.
Okay, so that's pretty much what my list is.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
wait. Hang on. One quick thing.
What do you got?
Ghost Source Zero was on my list. I forgot I
Okay.
wrote it down there
Fair enough.
for entertainingly bad.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm starting off number 5 on my list, Day of the Panther, the Australian martial arts epic,
Oh.
which is complete nonsense with great fights and some of the worst acting I've seen in a long time. It's... How do I even define this one? Nothing makes sense. The ending's unsatisfying, but they keep kicking people in the face, and it's fucking awesome. There's this whole long chase fight sequence, which is amazing, where everybody's wearing goofy masks, like this great pig mask and shit. Pig mask is featured. There's not much more to say about it, but it's great. Number 4, Fist 2. Fist 2. Which... Some really great fights, some good violence, but it's weird and cheap and stupid, and I love it.
And there was a frog room.
Yes, the room
Oh, yeah.
that seemed like it was full of frogs because of the sound effects, but you never see the frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a ripoff.
Oh god, yeah, that character, the fucking,
The weird
the
dude.
brother.
Runs out of the house.
It was the hammer.
Oh!
Just everything. So yeah, hilariously bad, genuinely good, genuinely bad, all in that movie.
Yeah.
Number 3, Ghost Source Zero, which is like...
Discount Battle Drone.
It's like Discount Battle Drone. It's like a trauma movie. It's like a great action film.
Sex robots.
It's like a weird movie with sex robots.
Sex
It's misguided at a lot of points, hilariously bad in others. It's kind of a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Kind of
Gory
is.
as shit
It
occasionally.
really is. And at the dumbest parts sometimes.
Yep.
Number 2, Kickboxer Retaliation. Which, for some of the reasons I mentioned, and also others, there's the bit where the heroine of the film accidentally gets punched in the chest and sort of dies, but 2 minutes later, she's fine.
Not remember that
it was
at all.
it was the cause of why our hero wants to fight the villain, and it's so important to him, and she's just fine immediately. I love that movie. It's so dumb. Like the montage when we get like the temple that they fight in at the end, and there's like ghosts spinning fire.
Oh, yep. Okay, I remember that one.
It's a masterpiece. And number 1 on being everything at once, Beyond Skyline. Because it
Yes.
spends an hour being one of the worst science fiction films ever made, and half an hour being, maybe even just 20 minutes, being the best action film of the last 10 years.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone else remembered that movie.
Yep. No,
It
it's
is-
it's just on my I don't know where to put this list.
Yeah.
Right,
pretty
right,
much.
yeah. Because, the thing is, the first Skyline movie is just boring the whole way through with some good FX, and then the end credits are like, we could have made an entertaining film instead, but here's some still images of what might have been cool. And then part 2, they come out and it's like, here's a shitty movie. Oh wait, here's the last 20 minutes of the best movie you've ever seen in your life.
Here's where we put money into it.
Yeah.
It's just this incredible martial arts versus aliens gore fest,
Yeah.
which is beautiful.
Fucking hand sword shit going
Oh
on.
yeah, and some of the best is like Yaran Ruhyan and Iko Uwais destroying aliens with weird weapons, and Yaran Ruhyan starts losing limbs and still killing aliens. I love that, and I hate that movie.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got that might fit into whatever's left?
I mean, I don't really have like a specific list for this.
What do you got?
I just kind of have like other notable things.
What are your
one of
other-
which is Beyond Skyline, of course. Black Panther.
It was alright.
Yeah, it had some decent stuff. It had some stuff that I don't really care for.
Yeah, the
Nice.
rhinos were a bit much.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, just why are there so many people in this movie?
Yeah,
Who am I supposed to give a shit about?
yeah.
All 39 of them? Can't do it. Kamen Rider, Gaiman Wizard.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like not in my top Kamen Riders, but there's just it's a hard competition.
Is that the
there,
one I
you know?
gave you?
It is. It is. I haven't seen the other one yet, but yeah, it's crazy. It's really hard to follow. I made Xena watch it with me, and that was it was a rough intro to Kamen Rider. I think she's scarred now.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's one of the more hand-to-hand fighty ones than like the crazy over-the-top powers and whatnot. Yeah, solid movie. confusing, fast-paced, shit blows up. I like it. And then we have Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Final. Because that movie for me is a blur. It all happens in about 2 seconds in my brain because I was trying so hard to not lose my mind from working too much for an entire month, and then immediately leaving work and going to watch that movie after having my brain ruined by another movie, and I loved it. Whatever that second and a half blur of kung fu nightmare explosion motorcycle hell, it's beautiful and I love it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What do you got left?
Okay, on my bad and good list, which means it was bad and good,
Mm-hmm.
Beyond Skyline,
Yep.
Yep.
Fist 2,
Yep.
and Ghost Source Zero.
Yeah.
All right.
How about you? What do you got left?
The only thing I got left, I got 2 left. I got Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Alright.
It has some good parts, but also has some parts.
Well, I didn't really like the first Emoji Movie, so I'm kidding. I never saw it.
And the other one I have on here is Bright. Like, I know there's some down parts to it, but there were some parts that I really liked in it.
I guess some of the action's okay, but
Yeah,
man,
but
that was a bad movie, though.
That's why it's on both.
Yeah,
I can understand
I kind
that.
of like when they hang an elf out the window by her foot and blow her up with a fucking grenade. It's just like,
That's alright,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I see you. And then there's the plot,
Yeah.
you know.
And, like, I went in to read the script to see if that was originally better.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Better, yes. Good, no.
Okay.
Alright, what you got left?
All right. So the category that is kitchen sink, or to fit with my theme, ugly, because you're not supposed to like Tuco, but goddamn, he's real good in his role.
It's fair.
I already mentioned Grizzly 2, the concert. Good God, the music in that was so bad. Remember?
I
all
actually,
the-
there was like the one song that you could kind of be like,
Yeah.
that's alright, I guess, and the rest was miserable.
Not the Michael Jackson parts.
Well, yeah, but that was like
right.
clearly not going to be in the finished movie if they ever finished making it.
That's right. Beyond Skyline, everyone else mentioned. I put Young Guns on here because a Western with Charlie Sheen shouldn't work. But
Yeah,
it
but
does.
It's a Western where Charlie Sheen dies like 30 minutes in,
Yeah.
so that counts.
30 minutes.
Fifth on my list is a movie called Butterfly Kisses, which is a student film,
No, it's
No?
it's just an indie film.
an indie film that
It's like a found footage horror mockumentary, but it's a mockumentary about what would happen if you found footage horror and tried to make it into a mockumentary. It's a very, very meta. It's basically pointing the camera back at found footage horror movies and making fun of them, while also simultaneously being like a decent little thriller. It's fun.
it doesn't sound good.
No.
I was sick and tired when we started the film, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I went in with a very pessimistic view, and it still won me over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a shout
Okay.
out for it.
Yeah.
Where's it available? Like
That's a good
Amazon,
question.
Netflix?
There's also about 30 minutes straight where they just like absolutely dunk on my stepdad's book.
That's true.
Which is real
Okay.
fun for me. Just absolutely dunk on.
I don't
he's
think
in the
I'm going to
movie.
get that, but...
It's we watched it on DVD, so I don't know.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. Matt just had it and was just like, "You're watching this," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Kitchen-
In fact, actually, I was like, "Please no."
Yeah,
But
all
then-
of us didn't want to, and then we liked it.
Yeah, we liked it.
Fourth on my list, 2.0, because it shouldn't work and just is amazing.
Okay.
It's terribly junky. It's like an 8-year-old with a Lamborghini. But I love it for that reason.
Okay,
You
that's
lost
not...
me, man.
It's not the description I would have given to it.
Yeah.
Number
Number
it's like an 8-year-old with 15 million guns.
that.
It's like your brother with the flamethrower that he got for Christmas.
Maybe.
That was him?
Your brother got a fire hose?
Yeah.
When you sent me that picture, I thought it was yours.
No,
I got real
it's-
excited.
It's
Colby's.
Colby's.
Why?
By the way, the fire hose reference is a reference to one of our podcasts
Where I was
when we
very
were
tired.
talking about the film Wild Beasts.
I can never.
It was an
see that
adventure.
scene.
Yeah.
Number 3, Battle Drone, because that had no budget or right to be as good as it was.
That's fair.
CGI was wonky, and it's still great.
Yeah.
Number 2, Fist 2, Fist 2.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else said number 1, Best Friends, Fiends. Because
Okay.
Tommy Wiseau, somehow, again, as you said, when you cast him correctly, it makes a film amazing. But anytime you hear Tommy Wiseau, you think The Room. And, but it works. It's so great. And I want to see 2. And
Yeah.
they said June.
Where the
and it's
fuck is
1
it?
June has passed and technically released, but we can't see it yet. Maybe
Yeah.
it's June.
Please.
Bastards.
Oh! And then my special movie for biggest disappointment was the second the second McNamara film.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as charming to me as the first one. And just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope they go back to their roots with 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is the first McNamara Brothers movie is like, it's mostly just them being useless dorks, and then at the end there's some action. It's like, it's not as much fun, but it's kind of fun. And then the sequel is like almost all action, and it's like, that's kind of what I wanted, but it's not as good.
Yeah.
Still fun, not as fun. Okay, anybody got anything else to add?
I love
Slender
Power
Man was
Rider.
bad.
Fuck El Topo.
Hey, at least we didn't watch fucking Power Rangers.
Not this year, no.
Yeah,
You gotta guess Power Rangers.
everything. Why do they jack off a bull in the second scene?
Isn't that the first scene? No, it is the second scene.
Second scene.
The
First scene
was
is when they
dinosaurs.
kill all
Why
the
does the black guy
dinosaurs.
drown in 4 seconds after we see him holding his breath for 12 minutes?
I didn't see it. I'm not the one you're accusing here. That's Tom.
Yo, you're right. They have to go underwater to get into the cave. and then-
Yes, it is
Yeah.
like 1/9 of the movie. And then
And
he's
then
like,
later
water. And then like, he's alive. Wow.
It's the worst movie. It really is.
Did I
Krispy
see-
Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
2012. I don't
We're
know
getting copyright struck.
what movie have I seen outside the podcast, because I forget, other than Deadpool 2 and
And Butterfly.
Butterfly Kisses. I don't think I did.
Did we see
Oh,
one
I
this
saw
year?
The Ritual, which is a movie.
I saw
No,
several
last year's
horror
was a
Movie, but it has a
anthologies, which
killer
were
monster
terrible.
design. I love that monster.
What, The Ritual?
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
her.
it's dumb as shit. I love it. The rest of the movies, I kind of like the part where the main character punches an old woman in the face and lights everything on fire.
Yeah.
It's like the last like 4 minutes of that, or okay, like 4 of the last 10 minutes are like, okay, I kind of love this, and then he just runs away. He limps away into the woods, and this dumbass monster's too slow to catch him for no reason, and then he leaves
This
the
monster
woods.
that has like 6 legs and is the size of 2 moose stacked on top
Yeah,
of
it's
each
pretty
other.
much like Dual Moose Satan, and it's just like, oh no, this crippled guy is too fast. I'll let him go.
And then he just like screams at it, and it's just like, "Nyeh," and then leaves.
Yeah, he screams at it, and it literally is just like,
On Christmas I saw Silent Night, Deadly Night 4.
Why?
Wow.
That's a title.
It's
Brian
it's
Usna
weird.
directed it.
It's super weird. It's like all weird, creepy bugs and slime and shit like that.
Unfortunately, it's not enough weird, creepy bugs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
slime.
Yeah,
It gets
it's
boring in spots.
mostly the first hour and 10 minutes or so of it.
So
Didn't Silent Night, Deadly, or whatever titles, didn't 3 and 4, aren't they just basically their own completely separate movies from the first?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, 3 tries to be a continuity, like continuing, but it's a totally different actor. No, you're thinking of 5 with Mickey Rooney, which, oh Jesus, that one is a trip. And a bad trip.
Okay.
2 is great.
Garbage Day!
Oh, that's what that's from!
Yes!
Oh! Okay.
I love that guy.
I finally found out what it's
Yes.
from.
Same.
They should have finished making the movie, left out the Killer Santa stuff, and just called it Garbage Day.
Yes.
And it would be my favorite movie. Garbage Day!
I
What?
like
No!
Oh my god.
Like, I enjoy the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, but the worst part of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is almost all of Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 being used as flashback scenes.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that sounds painful.
Everything else in the movie is just delightfully wrong. The lead actor, the Garbage Day.
Yeah.
Garbage Day. Wait, that was more Leprechaun.
Yeah.
It was.
But he's like that for the entire film. It's beautiful. Like, he knows this is bad. He's like, I'm going to make this the best bad ever. Garbage day.
Yeah, he's a fucking gift, man. I'm telling you.
Let's see.
That part became a meme.
Yes,
That's
I
how good
guess,
that is.
Probably should have ended up somewhere on my best list now that I think about it, that I just recently saw is Bad Lieutenant Port of Call, New Orleans.
Great
because,
film.
Holy fuck. Also, Mandy was pretty goddamn awesome.
That was alright.
I wanted you guys to watch Mandy so that I could live vicariously through you and find out your opinions. Because I heard it's like a Technicolor Nick Cage, and he like has a chainsaw battle.
He does a bunch of
with
drugs,
dude.
has
Yeah.
a chainsaw battle, lights a dude on fire, falls down a pit, does some other stuff, makes
Steve,
a giant axe, uses a
how did
crossbow,
you
shoots a
sleep
guy
on
on a
this?
motorcycle.
That's the whole
That's
thing,
the whole
though.
movie.
It's fun.
That's
Here's
the
the
whole
thing,
movie.
though. It sounds like the most, like, breakneck pace thing.
No,
It is a
it's
slow film.
It is.
And I knew it was going to be because I'd seen the director's previous movie, Beyond the Black Rainbow, and I'm like, Mandy looks good, but there's a good chance everybody's going to fall asleep if we watch it. And it's a pretty decent movie. I enjoyed it.
It was...
Cheddar Goblin is delightful.
Cheddar Goblin's the best
What?
thing. And Nick Cage losing his mind and getting drunk and screaming in a bathroom is just the most Nick Cage thing you can do.
I feel like I've seen that scene about 5 times.
Yeah, well,
in
this is,
different
this
movies.
is like a better one.
Oh,
It kind of is, yeah.
It's...
All I've seen of Mandy is that very like ending little sequence where he's like looking at the passenger seat.
Oh, God, I
all
love
I
that.
all I've seen of Mandy is like neon purple and pink Nick Cage just going,
Yeah.
and it's really good.
It's... Yeah, it's a great performance from him, but, you know, it's Nick Cage. So,
And it's a really visually beautiful film.
yeah. Yeah.
But you've got to sit through, like, a lot of people sitting still before you get to that stuff. And even then, it moves kind of slow, so, you know, probably not the most podcastable of films.
Probably not. For me, it just worked.
Mhm.
You know, like, I was completely engaged the whole time. It was like 9 minutes of just like this weird face and colors, and I was just like, I care about this so much. Why?
Oh, God, when he makes her listen to the Carpenters... Oh, no,
What?
not even the
That-
Carpenters. His own
His
song,
own.
which is like the Carpenters, and
Dude.
he compares to the Carpenters.
It is. That whole sequence is life changing in ways I can't yet comprehend. It's bizarre. I suggest watching that movie if you have the ability to stay awake.
Yeah.
I
pretty
do
much.
not. Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
just
fair
watch
enough.
it in like 5-minute segments.
Can do.
You'll get through it eventually.
That I can do.
I finally entered the world of Monty Python this
Oh,
year.
really?
Or last year.
I'm so sorry.
Which one?
Most recently was Life of Brian. That was like a
Oh.
month ago.
God.
Nice.
And then the one that everyone knows.
Spamalot.
Actually, not Spam.
Holy Grail?
Holy Grail.
Yeah,
That
Holy
one.
Grail.
Sorry.
Somehow forgot about that.
Yeah, it's
yeah, that was
Monty
one
Python
of like
Holy Grail.
4 movies I saw in
better.
Idaho, and I mean, you know,
It's
They're funny.
better than
it
Brian.
is what it is. And Life of Brian's not as good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more of like a story thing and a point, and there are some pretty funny jokes, but it's
Yeah,
doing something.
it works.
I saw Disaster Artist, and I slept through the first 20 minutes, and then thought it was a good film, and then everyone told me the first 20 minutes suck, and they stopped watching, like, oh, I made a good choice.
Yeah, I hated that movie.
I saw Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. which-
I love that.
That one's fun.
Yeah, it's
Funny.
definitely
been
got
on
some
my
good
list.
stuff in that. I suggest watching it. It's
Yeah,
not
the,
perfect
the,
by
the
any means.
chainsaw scene with the bees
I
is a
love
lot
that.
of fun.
Yeah.
Bees?
Yeah, there's
Bees.
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 These college kids keep killing themselves on our property.
I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah, that's a fun movie.
I
Did I see anything else?
I
I don't
actually
know.
watched these movies.
Hmm?
I actually watched movies this year.
Oh, no
I
shit.
never watch movies.
Huh.
And I was like, I don't watch anything. And then we were like, what did you watch this year? And I was like, oh! I watched Black Dynamite, which was
Oh.
our roommate, and that was... So we sat and we were just like, let's just watch movies we've never seen before. So we watched Cloverfield, both of us for the first time. And the only thing that we would say for, I think, the next week to each other was, that bitch exploded. She fucking exploded. And then right after that, we watched Black Dynamite. And going from Cloverfield to Black Dynamite is a really, really interesting switch.
Surprised you didn't like fuck up your neck on that.
But it was
I don't know
probably
what that is.
the most fun.
What, you never
movie-watching day
heard
I've
of
had in a
Black
while.
Dynamite?
No?
It's
Oh.
Michael Jai White as a blaxploitation character. Some of it is the funniest shit ever, and some of it drags.
Yes, but
Huh.
there's a scene that's like a mix of both, because it goes on far longer than it has to, but it just like the nonsense of it is quite entertaining. Which is they're basically just sitting in a diner and they're just like word association, like
Oh,
quick fire
God, yeah,
challenge to figure out the mystery.
Yeah, the malt liquor with the
Yeah.
slogan, the only malt liquor that gives you woo.
And just go. I'm saying like the most random like word association, like, and it rhymes with this, until they finally get to like whose slogan is woo, and they're like Little Richard, and they're like, what's another name for Richard, and they're like, this malt liquor gives you a tiny dick, and that's how they get there, and it's like 20 minutes long, and it's really, really funny.
It's like old 60s Batman logic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really, really
Oh
buck
my
wild.
gosh.
At one point, a dude invents like chicken and waffles in like the middle of it. Like it's just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
The character introduction sequence shows him somehow simultaneously having sex with 3 women. Like 3 women are like moaning and writhing, and 1 man is thrusting.
Yeah.
And I don't know the physics, the anatomy, the possibility of how many dicks he has.
Mhm.
Spore all over.
really
Jesus. Okay.
I think I even know what film they're referencing in that one.
Oh.
Wait, what?
There are some deep cuts for like blaxploitation in references in that film that a lot of people won't even get, and thank God.
Yeah, it's a very self-aware. It gets more self-aware as the movie goes on too. Like
To its detriment in some instances.
in some instances, but sometimes like the fact that like as you near the finale, the movie seems to be aware that it's become a movie.
Mhm.
Is kind of fun.
Oh god, the bit where the one guy gets hit with a spear
Yeah,
and Black
he's
Dynamite's
who
like,
saw that coming?
I mean, who saw where that came from?
Because the dude literally.
He was talking about his family.
His family. He like starts bringing out pictures. He was like, after this, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna go home, spend time with my kids.
And just spear. Who saw that coming?
So well, like,
The other thing that we kept quoting after that one was, I threw that shit
Before
before
I
I even
came
walked
into
in
the
room.
room! Yeah. Evil Master Wu, you done fucked up now.
Okay.
It's a
I
good. It's a
feel
good
like I
movie.
need to see this now.
It really
Kinda,
is.
kinda.
It's so
Be
good.
prepared for a lot of it to not work, but what does work is great.
Yeah. It doesn't land 100% of the time, but when it does land, it's a knockout. It's really great.
nice.
Yeah, right now, Michael Jai White's trying to put together a Western blaxploitation homage. It's like an homage to like the N-word Charlie movies.
Oh.
It's called The Outlaw Johnny Black.
Oh. I feel like you've talked about this before.
I may have.
I need it. I need it so much.
I love Michael J.
I'll do
Oh, yeah.
a podcast week if you do that movie. Just let me know. And
Oh yeah, we'll let you know if it ever happens.
I will actually do that one.
So yeah, I guess that's our video.
Yeah. So.
Year in review.
Year in review, basically,
Black
and also
Dynamite.
some other years thrown in there, because why not?
Our year in review.
Yeah, our year.
There you go.
Alright, congrats on making it to the end.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Yeah,
No
you
one's-
made it this far.
For those happy
Why?
few who made it through to the end,
Ow.
Also known as people who fell asleep and woke up later and happened to see this part.
That shows that the Ben's out there.
the Ben zone.
And so,
we got Ben zoned.
2019, Ben Zone, baby.
I
Oh,
don't like that.
Nope, I don't either. And I'm in it, 24/7. 365. 364, 365 and leap years.
Just keep counting
No,
down.
you're really wrong.
365, 366 on leap years.
You're the accountant. You're supposed to be able to count.
I go by weeks. not by
Every
days.
time you mention numbers, I get more and more worried.
About what the accounts look like?
Yeah.
Has your paycheck been correct
As
every week?
I believe so, yes.
Has it, any of your checks bounced?
Not yet.
Then we're good!
Yeah.
I would like to also issue an apology because I remember before I said this Indian movie had Asian influences and I meant East Asia. Because India is in Asia and that's been racking my mind ever since and I hate
It's been
it.
like an hour and a half.
I know and I felt so bad!
It's been more than an hour and a half.
Dude,
This French movie has European influences.
Yes! Exactly, and I felt so bad! I'm sorry. I know the difference. My mouth doesn't. As you can now tell.
you're like one person's gonna catch this and be like, good, because I was about to call him out on that.
No, they
Everyone
were
else
already
already
typing.
knows
Everyone else is already
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah,
called you
yeah.
out.
Oh, I know. And you're right, and I'm sorry. I misspoke. Maybe Steve will amend this and put it somewhere
No.
to help
No,
out.
no,
No.
He hates us.
But it's